I'm Tia Borden with MiningIR. Beside me is Doug Ramshaw, president of Minera Alamos. Doug, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Is this your first time at Mines and Money, now
at Mines
Resourcing
and Money.
tomorrow?
Well, yeah, Mines and Money, yes. Not my first time in London. It's nice to be back to my old stomping grounds. 25 years ago, I moved from the UK over to Canada, so always good to be back here.
Both are great spots.
They are.
Doug, can you tell us a little bit about the company and what you do?
Sure. Minera Alamos is a gold producer. Got our first mine up and running in Mexico earlier this year. Got a sequence of mines to build. Very, very important, I think, in the mining business to mine ounces that make sense and make money. And we've been consistently making money this year. Keeping our costs low in an inflationary environment is not easy, but basically they've been static this year. Very excited about starting the permitting process of our second mine we plan to build at the end of next year. So we should have a very busy 2023 ahead of us.
Very exciting. What is Mexico like as a mining jurisdiction?
It's a little polarizing. I mean, we're in the north of the country, which we feel is a better part of Mexico to be operating in, especially for the scale of our mines. I always say we'll never do anything in southern Mexico because I'm not going to expose our shareholders to a place where I'm not prepared to go myself. I think it's a little bit more wild, wild west down there. And I say that as someone who's been to some pretty crazy places in the world over my career. But so yeah, northern Mexico is good. Our team is based in Mexico. They're largely Mexican nationals. We kind of understand operating there. We've built numerous mines under different companies over the last 14 years. So we're pretty adept at operating in the country.
Now you said you have an exciting year ahead. What are you hoping to see?
Well, I think the biggest thing is our first mine we built for $10 million in the middle of a pandemic, because don't let a good pandemic get in the way of building a gold mine. So we built that in the pandemic. It's already paid back 70% of that minimal capex. But the next big mine we plan to build is a much more significant size one. It's still low capex. It's going to be sub 30 million US to build. It's a 70,000 ounce a year gold mine. So that's really going to, I think, vault us into a different league of junior producers. We'll be closer to that 100,000 ounce a year production profile. And with our cost structure, which is kind of around the $800 US an ounce, we're very comfortable in any gold price environment. You know, we built this company's business model in a $1,250 gold environment. To work in a $1,250 gold environment, we'll gladly take higher gold prices, but I think we're pretty insulated from fluctuations in gold.
And what success have you already seen?
Well, I think most importantly, when you build something, you've got to make sure it works. It's great that you can build a gold mine for $10 million, but you still got to make sure it works. And this year, we've consistently made money there. So very happy with that kind of demonstrating that proof of concept. And I think, from a success point of view, up until recently, we'd largely been pretty flat on the year, which in a market like this, and let's face it, when we're building these companies and looking for value for our shareholders, the most important thing is delivering returns for them. So it's been a tough year in the mining markets, but we've actually held our own pretty well. So very happy with that. We've been strengthening our cash position, which now stands at $15 million. Strengthening our working capital, which now stands at $22 million, and we have no debt. So I think we're in a very strong position financially to execute on our plans next year.
Doug, you shared some of the strengths of the company and some of the success you've already seen. What are the top 3 reasons, if you could only choose 3, as to why investors should invest with you?
Oh, I think people. I think we're in an industry where we don't have enough people that want to build mines. I think if you're looking for a long-term business, it's not, exploration is a very costly business. I love exploration, I just want to fund it out of cash flow, rather than going constantly back to the market to raise more money, which dilutes your shareholders. So we have really good shareholder alignment. I'm very proud of every share I bought in the market alongside our shareholders. I put probably $1 million into the company just in the last 12 months. Other aspects of what we do, we set stock options well above market prices. We tie vesting to meaningful goals of gold production. Everything we do, I think, is very much with our shareholders in mind, because in reality, we're very lucky in a sector where it's very hard to find patience and loyalty with a shareholder base, because there's always some exciting story going around. Our investors are probably our second strongest asset behind our operating team. They've shown incredible loyalty and faith in a business plan which is smart and we're executing on, and we're going to continue to deliver for them.
Exciting. Doug, thank you so much for joining me. Is there anything else you would like to leave our viewers with?
Oh, well, good luck out there. It's a tough market right now, but I think it's a very exciting time for the space, and happy to be with you here today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.